Hello everyone, I'm Dmitry Gerasimov, CEO of Cellframe. Welcome back to our AMA stream. We are here to discuss the most pressing questions of the day. First is BSC staking, what's happening with it now, when it will be launched, and what to expect in the future. Then token migration. I will give some details about it, what it will look like, and of course, when mainnet news about the state of Cellframe development today. Um, the state of software development, goals, challenges, achievement, potential for growth. Marketing, we are working to expand to other countries, participating in international conferences. The future of the project, facing new challenges, plans, decentralization, branch offices in other countries, and etc. So let's start from BSC staking. One of the topics that many of you are interested in is, of course, BSC staking. What happened with it now? What is the current status? I will tell you. Just now, I received information from our team that BSC staking passed QA. All testing is complete. It's fully ready in test form. Tomorrow is Friday and we don't do releases at the end of the week, and we don't want to rush, so it might be the next week if nothing bad happens. No official release date, but we can say that the functionality is ready to go. That's most important. Next topic is token migration. Most of you know we are now in the process of token migration. Let's talk about it, what it will look like. First of all, smart contracts have been already deployed, and our partners are aware about this. Second, we are now testing the migration contract itself. Like BSC staking, we are already in testing, but not fully approved by QA team yet. Token migration is closely linked to BSC staking, so we had to wait for BSC staking to be complete, and only now we were able to start the final process of finishing token migration. That's because there are two ways of migration, LP pair or directly. So if you have an LP pair, you should hold it, and it will migrate automatically inside the BSC staking mechanism. Or if you don't have any LP pair, you will use migrate.cellframe.net site to migrate directly. Okay, sorry, one moment. The next topic is, we call it when mainnet. Most often questions that I see. When mainnet is the state of preparation for the main event that we are talking about. What we have now, which networks are working in Cellframe network today, and what will happen to them in the nearest future. To start, let's look at what we have already. There are 4 networks in Cellframe. 3 test networks, Sub-Zero, Mileena, Minkowski, and 1 production, Backbone or Scorpion. To make it more clear, Backbone is a better version of the mainnet. It has a mainnet blockchain itself, just with better version of software that support it. Now all networks use the same software version, but that will change. Sub-Zero will move to the developer version. Mileena became release candidate. In about 2 weeks, we plan to have our first release candidate version. A new net will be released for hotfixes. Still haven't decided how we will name it. But I believe it will be something from Mortal Kombat again. What left to do before we can release the mainnet? We need security mechanism first. Like Fisherman and Polkadot, we call it Sheriff. There are observers with the ability to veto new blocks and give out fines. And that's what we need to do. We also need to finish the mechanism for delegating keys to masternodes at the time of staking. We needed to make open, to make our network became open for community-driven nodes. There are also a number of small functions related to security, consensus, and services. Last week we saw the first attempt to hack our system. It was really a historical event. We tried to track it as far as we could. It's really we have really limited resources for this, but we saw that it was a regular user wallet. It was probably an ethical hacker and not a malicious attack. So thanks, we appreciate ethical hackers and we'll create a special fund for rewarding them. Soon we'll split the team into two, one for stabilizing and for working with bugs and hackers. The other to develop distributed services. We need to fulfill our ecosystem with distributed services. A little more about software development. The state of software development today. Cell investors who may not have experience in development often ask certain questions. I will answer some of the basic questions. Because many things we are doing are being done for the first time, or at least for us for the first time, which creates a very large number of unpredictable elements. Estimates that programmers give of time to complete tasks usually need to be multiplied by 2 or 3 times. It's a usual situation, not only in our project or ever in blockchain. I meet same situation in different other projects. In some cases, it can ever be 10 or more. In our case, it's more like 2 weeks when I'm talking to programmers, because really most problematic parts of our way are passed. But I can only pass along estimates given by my team, because I doesn't develop it as a single person. We develop it together, and most of estimates, it's not my personal estimates. I try to summarize them together and give you some average estimate. I can give estimates in order of magnitudes of something will take days, weeks, or months. BSC is taking days or maybe weeks. We all already have good results with few bugs. Mainnet, weeks, maybe months, not years, definitely. For sure, more than 1 month. Some team leads are saying we can make it by New Year. I am a little more conservative, but it's possible. I have my own demands. And QA have their own demands, so we are pushing as fast as we can. Let's see how quickly we can get a release candidate, possibly. In a couple of weeks we'll have one and we'll go to QA to start testing. Of course, something can happen to delay things, but we now have enough experience to give better estimates. So my current estimates are really different from what I did before. They are based on more facts, let's say so. A little about bugs. Most of our bugs involve when a user interacts with several layers of programs. It's not just bug in one single application or in one single mechanism. Maybe there is no bug in the base code, but when passing data to backend and frontend, there is some error. Sometimes maybe a stake is done, but the MCL mission doesn't show up, for example. Your fund's risks are about the same as the risk of Ethereum being hacked by quantum attack in nearest year. Let's say so. Your funds are protected. We do everything to protect them. If a hack happens, that's good for our price, by the way. I'm talking about quantum hack, of course. Staking rewards justify risk. The earlier you get in, the more you earn. Okay, the next topic is marketing. We're expanding our communication internationally, talking about our development progress and about new projects such as a ConfCall. We started a beta testing group. We are also participating in conferences, just to give you an idea how it is if we went to every conference that we were invited to in November around the world. It would be necessary to make clones of all of us, and we wouldn't have any time to work on the project. Office will be empty. That's why we chose one conference, Digital Dev, in Almaty, Kazakhstan, on November 11th. I will speaking there, talking about fog computing in the context of blockchain. I believe it will be interesting speech for you and not for you. Next topic is about our plans and future outlook. Um, here. Hmm. Here, what we're planning first is to decentralize our blockchain as much as possible. That's more related with mainnet. Mainnet, it's a key for decentralizing. Then decentralize the company. It's already done. We have entities in Hong Kong and USA. New office in Kazakhstan is upcoming. Also, we are planning to move part of our development to Kazakhstan. We also wanted to shift our development process in North America because we have contact with interesting, with powerful communities in Canada and Mexico. Some proposals from Africa. So we are strongly focused to become a really decentralized international development community. And when the next bull market happens, I'm very optimistic and thinking that it happens nearest months, maybe about half of the year, not more than a year, really. So when it happens, we'll be ready. The hack happened recently. We defeated it, as I told before. We prepared a lot, and we were very concerned. We made a lot of reviews of code. It worked. Some aspects of the code have been working for 5 years already. That's a lot of time to test the security. Okay, now let's go to your questions that you have sent. The first question, one moment. How resistant are you to hacking? Please talk about different types of attacks. The hack happens sometimes. Last attempt of hack was related with ledger mechanics, and it's hard to be ready for all attack vectors. We trying to protect from all vectors that we observe and review, and every review. Okay, the next question. How good is the C language in terms of security? How safe is compared to other languages? Security is not related with, it's not tied a lot with language. Because you know, the last Solana hack happens. Our Solana was written on Rust language that has a strong built-in security, but it's not 100% protection from hacks. So C language or Ruby or Rust or Python or C++ doesn't make a sense. For example, C++ has almost same security issues as C has, but nobody hacked Bitcoin that's written on C++. Next question. Can fog computing improve live multiplayer games with reduced latency, better connection, security, graphics? Does Cellframe have advantage for development metaverse, P2E versus other networks? Yes, fog computing can improve it a lot like torrents or Tor improve your file exchange and your anonymous networking. I believe that fog computing could improve a lot of different services, and such services like multiplayer gaming, they should become better with fog. Next question: will there be an action for Kel slot in Cell? Does Kel get a free slot, or will they get enough cells to reserve slot without crowdfunding? No, they will not have a slot without auction. Auction was frozen for a while we and before we release mainnet. I believe action will be unfrozen, maybe in nearest time, but hard to predict. First, we need to overhaul our stacking programs, and after that, we'll switch our Web3 team on the auctions, and then we'll have some estimates. But generally, because it works on the same engine like Breach, like Migration, like BSC staking works, I don't think that will take a lot of time to unfroze our auction, and it will continue. What about ConfCall? I'm not sure. Just not sure we'll issue something with it or not. Next question: how anonymous are fog computing operation? For example, if somebody is streaming as a UFC event, is it possible to identify the person who uploaded the video? Because it's internet and it's controlled by governments, almost any activity in internet could be tracked. Ever you use fog computing or cloud computing, doesn't matter. Yes, fog computing improves a little your anonymity, but it's not 100% guarantee. Unfortunately. The next question is there any way to launch Masternode without staking? No. Answer is simple, no. Okay, let's go to our YouTube chat and see what happens here. What you're asking here. Hello, hello. We are here, great. We are Cell, we are here. Any updates regarding your ecosystem development? I think it will be better to talk about this next time, because right now we are still focused on mainnet, not on services itself. It's not about mainnet. What software, metaverse, or any company ever ready to use Cellframe? We have few companies that are starting to run their own services, but they are still in development, and they are more dedicated, more enterprise. But there is one public project. I believe we could publish about this project after the new year. We involved a lot in the development of this project. It will be some kind of sub-ecosystem for crowdfunding of new Cellframe-based projects. But for now, I'm tied with NDA, so I can't say anything more. But it's in the pre-production stage for now. Should be started. Development should be started in about a few weeks, and after the new year we'll announce it. Okay, the next question. Any use about KelVPN token? KelVPN token will be used before we'll have mainnet and Cell. We'll run KelVPN mainnet before, and KelVPN token will be used for specific staking. It will be staked not for Masternode but for service node. So you would have to stake. You will have to stake Kel token to provide VPN service. Also, KelVPN team is working on Web3 API connection with Cellframe dashboard to take Cellframe dashboard to work together with KelVPN and make able to pay directly with your Kel tokens, and not to pay with anything else, not to purchase serial key, just use your Kel token. Also cannot say any estimates about it, but that's our plans in the nearest future. My question were not answered. Sorry, I've tried to answer on all your questions. Please resend it if I have skipped something. There are a list of questions previously raised, then questions of chat are answered. Okay, sure. Is the token supply fixed or it can be changed? About token supply, better to read our article on Medium, where everything described. Okay. Okay. So exactly timeline to fix bugs or staking, and also stack PHP is hard to understand. What was the question about? I think it's about timeline for fixing bugs. As I told before, it's for some of our projects it's about days, for other about weeks, other about months. I will try to update these roadmaps and may update these estimates, make them more exact. Exchange listing planet. Yes, they are planet, and we just waiting to complete current development process. After we release all our staking programs, will be focused on listings before we run mainnet. Okay, thank you for the questions. Thank you for everyone. We'll see you next time. We are here. Goodbye.